April 5th, 1944, European Theater of Operations, United States Army. Dear Bob and Elsie, imagine how pleased I was to get your letter of March 18th, and what a proud uncle I am. Bob is sure a good-looking kid, and I got that Christmas tie about 2 weeks ago. It had to follow me over about 10,000 miles, twice across the U.S. and once across the Atlantic, but it arrived in good shape, and it's mighty nice looking. I usually get the GI ties, but this one dresses up my wool shirts on special occasions. Thanks a lot. You know, you have to get away coupons for a good tie in England, and they are hard to get. Bob, I know you're facing induction with very mixed feelings now, but in any event, it is an experience. I'm surprised that they would take someone out of the essential industry, plus a wife and a child, but I suppose it's an indication that no one's deferment is worth much anymore, if they're young enough. One thing, anyhow, be sure and grab that 10,000 of GI insurance since you cannot get it commercially. In addition to not having a war clause, i.e., void if you're killed in action, it's just as cheap as pre-war life insurance. And you can convert it after a year to straight life insurance. Even if, at some latter date, you're re-examined and given a CDD because of your heart, your insurance is okay. Induction is all the physical you need for the first 120 days. Do you suppose your Wentworth training and machine gun medals will put you in the infantry, or, because of your age, will they put you in some other field? I should imagine that you would get into some kind of administration. It might be worthwhile, with your chemistry knowledge, to try for chemical warfare and officers' training at Edgewood. Of course, with all your knowledge of cars and automobiles, you would make a good ordnance man. And if an officer's commission doesn't appeal to you, the quartermaster truck outfits are a lot of fun. Hell, you know how to get what you want. Give the classification officer a real picture of what you know. So many guys try to hold stuff back, and all they do is cross themselves up. The way I look at Army life, Uncle Sam is paying for it. And if something I have never done before, well, then I'm getting a free education I may be able to use later. At least I will be better informed in any event later on. I imagine you hate to leave Elsie now with another on the way, but a man is just in the way anyhow, don't you think? What are you and Elsie counting on this time? Do you want a girl or another boy? If you keep this up, I won't be able to keep that lead on you I've got, but you will have to go some to get 3 kids as wonderful as mine. And I'm not bragging, because after all, who does all the work? There is really not much news from over here, although I'm enjoying London and my job is interesting. Mom and Dad have gotten the idea that I'm doing work like my job in Washington, but that is not quite right. I am doing work like Major Hilder was doing in Washington, which had to do with supervision of policy coordination. I am in G4 section as the address indicates, which is the supply side of general staff work. Any field manual has that's in it, but I can't be more specific. The work is interesting, but the only thing legal about it is that it isn't illegal. Still, I find stimulating things interesting. Bombed London is really something to see. There have been practically no streets missed, and the Blitz must have been pretty terrific. These raids of late have really not amounted to much, although the pyrotechnic display and occasional plane bursting into flames has been quite something to see. The anti-aircraft barrage has been tremendously increased, and the big guns really do shake the ground. The only real danger is staying out on the streets, for what goes up must come down. And you can find some good-sized pieces of flak on the streets the next day, that is, if you get up early enough. We don't expect much anymore, for it stays quite light late at night. We've gone on double summertime now, and it is light until about 9:30 or 10 these days. I saw Jane Eyre, which Elsie mentioned in her letter, and enjoyed it very much. It was the first thing I had seen with Orson Welles, the boy wonder, and thought he was pretty good, in spite of his publicity. I'm hoping to see The Song of Bernadette, which has been so raved about, but you have to book it for quite some time in advance. The theater is my chief relaxation, and I've seen quite a few plays in cinemas in the evening. But the play started about 5:15 and the last show is at 7:15, so you are out long before 9:30 in any case. so the balance of the evening goes to reading. I've covered lots of mysteries and a few good books, and I'm now engaged in Dickens' Barnaby Ridge, which is one that I missed, and good. Read The Life of Andrew Jackson, Tolstoy's War and Peace, and a wonderful book by my friend I met in Pasadena, A Window on Broadway, which is wonderful. It's worth reading if you can get it, published in 1936. Bob, best of luck. Write to me. Let me know how things go for you in the Army, and give my best and love to Elsie and that nephew of mine who I hope to see again before too long. I suppose I better send this to Mom and Dad's address, as that is the last one I have for you. I know you have left for Lancaster by now. Regards, Joe. P.S. I'm sending this letter to you and will write to Mom and Dad tomorrow. I owe so many people letters, but I wanted to catch you before I left for the Army, if I could.